Okay, guys, I think I've got a good one for you. And I'm just telling you, we're in a spiritual battle, and we have to figure out through these codes and symbols what's really happening. Why does the U.S. want a war with Russia? Okay, why are they bombing Syria? We talked about the sovereign nations. Russia wants to be sovereign. We talked about sovereignty could be, the left leader or the right leader. So when you say you're sovereign, you gotta define, hey, I'm a sovereign of the creator. Or you can say, hey, I'm a sovereign of the flesh god, Satan. So you can be sovereign to Satan or you can be sovereign to God. This is a loophole, so you have to define that. So I found a hidden code in Russia. Okay. And it's amazing. Okay. So let's take a look at this. So you have the code RUS, right? Which RUSS is the number 77 in simple gematria, which is the same as the word Christ. So in the U.S., which is 40 in gematria, 40 days and 40 nights, right? That's the devil right there. That's the cube, the 4 squares or whatever, which is the physical world. So Satan is going to go to war. The Tower of Babel is going to go to war with Rus, which is Christ. Here's some words associated with 77. I'm just going to skip down to David Hogg. David Hogg is 77. David Hogg wants to take away your guns, and he's pretending to be Christ. It's unbelievable. And here's a secret code in David Hogg. There's the 77 again, GG. He doesn't spell his name with 1 G, he spells it with 2 G's. So, and you got the number 8, and then O, which is 15. So that's what, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24. So there it is again, 24 GG, and 24 is X. Also, another symbol for Christ is glory. Glory to God in the highest. Wake up. Remember in the movie The Matrix? Wake up! Wake up! They kept singing in that song. There it is right there, Christ. That's what Christ is. It's time to wake up because you've been asleep for a long time. There's the lotus flower, the cherry tree. Scott Israel is the one that was in collusion with Hogg. And of course, Isis is Christ. Ra is the physical, and that creates the electricity. So guys, that does mean that God is masculine, feminine. No question about that. Israel uses the hexagram, right? Or the pentagram, or whatever, hexagram. And then there's a TV show called Sheldon. This moron is pretending to be Christ. It's so satanic. This is how the United States Hollywood insults God. It's unbelievable. And then you got the song Fernando. And then, of course, Christ is the black sun. Right? You got the white sun, you got the black sun, the yin and the yang, right? Because black is associated with the female. So Christ is always the right brain, the right hand of God. And Jesus is the left, I'm telling you. Okay? Matter of fact, Russia in Hebrew gematria is 47, and Trump in Hebrew gematria is 47, which Jesus in gematria is 74. It's kind of weird. So either, see, 47 would be the Antichrist, which would be the female Christ, right? The conservative Christ. The nurturer, not the physical. I thought this was kind of weird. The word parakeet in gematria is 77, right? And everybody knows what a parakeet is, right? A para. But it's funny. It's like my grandma knew, okay? my grandma named me Budgie, right? Because my grandpa was Frederick, my father was Frederick, my cousin was Frederick, and we had to have nicknames. And plus in Louisiana, you always have nicknames. Matter of fact, I think I was about like 6, 7 years old before I even knew my name was Frederick. I thought my name was Budgie when I was a kid. So everybody called me Budgie. So, anyway, but I guess that's the secret code, you know, for me being Christ. So I went and looked at some words associated with Budgie. And you get wall, Trump's going to build a wall. XX in Luna, like moon. And of course the blue moon, right? Blue is 40 in gematria. And that's what the red is the red pill, okay? The white. I'm going to show you what this means. So red in gematria, I just want you to know why the flag is red, white, and blue in the US. All right, red is the red pill, guys. It's the blood red moon, right? So you got redo in D. It's kind of what it's saying, or the deer in the headlights backwards. So you've got 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, which would be WD, right? World Trade, no, anyway. So you get 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, which is the number 9, okay? So red would always be associated with 9, guys. 9, 11, right? And then white, okay? This is pretty easy. So you've got, there it is, 23 again, right? So 23, 33, 32, 31. So 41, 40. There's 40 again, right there, white. Okay, and then 40 on the cross, 50, 60, 65 would be 11. There you go. Red and white is 9/11. Not a coincidence, guys. That's why they always show Jesus as white. I'm telling you, because Jesus in gematria is 11. 7 and 4 is 11, right? And then the blue is 40 in gematria. We already discovered that, right? So 40 would be blue. So in the Matrix, you could take the blue pill and you could be a part of the United States, the Tower of Babel. Or you could take the red pill and you could be the 144,000 and the 153 fish, which equals the number 9. 9 is the highest level of consciousness. 9 on the tarot card is really cool because it's called the Hermit, associated with the female. And it's a man carrying a lantern. And of course, he's by himself. He's a hermit. Because when you become the Christ, when you become a 9, you're all alone. You can't have a girlfriend. Satan's after you. You're facing Satan in the desert for 40 days, right? So Satan's after you. So how can you have a girlfriend? How can you? You're an enemy of the state. You know, everybody thinks you're crazy. You lose all your friends. I mean, that's what becoming the Christ is all about. You're dying in the physical world and you're living in the spiritual world. And when you're a physical being, an angel of God, when you're a physical being but your mind is spiritual, then you're a hermit. You have no friends. I mean, the only friends you can have are people like you. So there'll come a time to where all the true Christians, the true Jews will come together as one. Matter of fact, even the word Jews is associated with Hebrew and Christ. So it's the same thing. It's Christ. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Once again, please support my channel. Click below. If you don't see a link on this one, please go to the other ones. I did some really cool videos prior to this one. But that's why U.S. is 40, declaring a war on Russia. And this says the eye of the Trinity. So Russ is 74, and the eye of the Trinity, which would be the number 10, which would be the letter X, which is the female. So that's the hidden code that God has put in the word Russia. A sovereign nation that wants to break free from the Federal Reserve, which is Satan. Pretty much. Federal Reserve is Satan. It's slavery. It's bondage. It's an antichrist religion. a monetary system. It's a fake moon. It's a fake moon. Money. It's not Eve. Okay? It's not the right ascension meridian. It is fake. Monday's the day of the moon, of course. So, and then just like the religion Mormon or Roman, I mean, it's saying the same thing. It's saying Ram. Now, I thought this was really unique too. In Hebrew gematria, Rus, this is a double-edged sword here, guys. In Hebrew gematria, the symbol in English gematria is 46. That's weird. 46, which is the number 10, which, watch this. Let me skip over here, watch this. GIRL equals 46. Remember, more is 46 and Mun is 42. So this is a Freemason symbol. You understand that? It's a masculine, feminine symbol. It's the same as the word government. V. It's the same as Israel, 2 pyramids, right? Same thing. It's the same as Isis, Ra, and El. Same as E equals MC squared. Energy. See, it's funny. Watch this. So God says Isis, Ra, and El is the Holy Land. So always Isis is first, the female, right? Ra is second, and El is the Trinity, right? So, but Einstein did it this way. Energy equals MC squared. So there is 33 right there. So that's the Christ, which would be Isis. And then you have, well, M would be 13, the lunar cycle. And then the Christ. So they got 2 female entities here. Right? So they're saying that Isis and Ra is female, and energy. So, and that's the energy on this equation right there. L, which is the number 8 in gematria, which is the same as writing God. So, so that's very weird that Rus in Hebrew gematria is 46, and in English gematria it's 462. So 46, 47, 48, which would be the Trinity. Because 8 and 4 is 12, which is 3. 1 and 2 is 3. So everything associated with Russia is female, spiritual, Christ, right? Glory, wake up, right? It's the awakening, and everything associated with the U.S. is asleep. So that means that Russia would be 9, and now let's don't. Yeah, Russia would be the Satan. I mean, the U.S. in gematria is 40. So let's take a look at this. Even the word Jesus has the United States right there, hidden in the code us. Right. So let's take a look at this symbology. Remember, 4 and 6 is 10, so there's a 10, right? And then you have SE, which is 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Look at that, XX, which is the same as the symbol for a parakeet, which is a budgie. That's really weird. So 24 and 24 is 48, right? So let's take the numerology. So you got 24, 34 equals 7, right? 3 and 4 is 7. And then there's a hidden message in this also. There it is right there. S, light is Eve. There's the female, and that's masculine, feminine symbol. So, it's very strange. Let's do this again. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. There's the female. X. And here's X. That's very strange. There it is. XX. 24 is 48. That's so you got. So basically, that's kind of the same as saying E equals MC squared. I've always called Jesus 74 because this is DC power, Washington, D.C., a sovereign nation, right? But it's sovereign to the Federal Reserve. It's not sovereign to God. And then this is AC power, right? And that gives you 11, the cross. Of course, cross in gematria is also 74. Same thing. Which is the number 11. There it is right there. It's hidden. See the cross? There it is, 1, 1. That's 11 right there. You're just not seeing it. And of course, it's news. North, east, west, south. And then they always do this south and north. Son of God is ascending and Nostradamus is descending. And of course, here's the word Jew, because you got an X, which is 10, and then east and west. There it is right there. There's the word Jew. Because that's an X, guys. The cross is the female. I'm telling you. It's the male and the female. And look, not only do you see an X, but you're also seeing pyramid, 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 pyramid. Isn't that weird? Okay. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, once again, the secret code, Rus, is Christ in Hebrew gematria, glory, wake up. And the United States is saying, hey, Russian are meddling with our internet and they're trying to spread propaganda. Really, it's more like Russia's trying to wake up the United States so that we don't go into a world war. Because Russia is smart enough to know that if they go into a world war, they can never become a sovereign nation. Right? Because Russia would be wiped out. So would the U.S. Both of us would be wiped out. So, who would still be in power? Well, the Federal Reserve, London. And notice how France and the UN joined in the bombing of Syria, a sovereign nation. Okay? Not the UN, I'm sorry, but UK. Right? Very strange. So, United Kingdom, France, a Federal Reserve nation, right, goes to war with a sovereign nation, and then Russia is joining forces. So you got two sovereign nations, Russia, Syria, and then you got some, infiltrators called ISIS, funded by George Soros, Hillary Clinton, and the Federal Reserve. And they're chemical bombing people, and then Donald Trump's going to blame it on Syria, saying that Syria bombed their own people, which is not true. That was done by ISIS. Jihads and, the Taliban, the same thing. I mean, Hillary Clinton, George Soros, the central banking system funded, infiltrators. They're secret, funded by the United States. ISIS is funded by Hillary Clinton, George Soros, and funded and has Toyotas and American weapons. So the U.S. goes over there, literally. Hillary Clinton, George Soros funded crooked Hillary, goes over there and chemical bombs people because they knew Trump was moving out. And then all of a sudden, Trump bombs the sovereign military of Syria. It's a fake war, guys. It's a fake war. You're not being told. Everything about this earth is fake. There's nothing about this earth that is real. Everything that you've been told is a lie. There is not one thing that you've ever been told since a day of your life, except during the awakening, that has been the truth. From the day you go to school to the day you get out of school, you've been lied to. I mean, Columbus discovered America. Really, he killed 300 million American Indians. He's the one that brought the Africans over to the United States. Him and his Queen of England. So the blacks and the American Indians should join together and, stop teaching this bullshit about this military leader discovering a country that was already discovered. So that they lie to you about everything. It's not just Columbus, but it's everything. This man is a murderer, and they get our kids to worship murderers. And guess who knows the truth? God. So that makes our kids like Antichrist kids. You understand that, right? That's what, lies are Antichrist. Everything about a lie is an Antichrist. Right? A lie is Antichrist. If you go to court and they'll say, you're lying, and then you're going to say, no, you're lying. The whole system is a lie. You're lying to the police. Well, the police are lying to you. They're telling you that you can't speed. Well, that's not God's law. How do you make a law above God's law? Who's the liar? Well, the cops are the liars. The judges, they're all the liars. They're liars. We're not the liars. You understand what I'm saying? When a military from a central banking system goes over and kills people, who's the good guy and who's the bad guy? Well, America looks at us as the good people, which is not true. We are following the orders of a central banking system, a satanic army. And I pray to God that our military brothers and sisters, our police, our FBI, our DOJ, I hope they all wake up, because these psychopaths plan on killing everybody on the planet. And if you don't wake up, you won't wake up one day. You understand that? So that's their goal, is to kill everybody on planet Earth. And they can't do it themselves. They got to get you to do it. That's what Satan does. Satan doesn't exist in this realm. He exists in your left brain. Order followers. That's where Satan exists. Right? All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, there's the secret code for Russia. Please support my channel. Thanks for listening.